Okay, welcome to my homeschool village. Becky here to talk about random stuff until people find out that we're here. Look at this thing on my head. Is that distracting? Maybe I should put that away. Okay. That's okay. You're just going to have to see it.
I'll go live with you for a minute. So we are now live on Instagram,
I can't
YouTube,
hear you. Am I supposed to hear you?
You should be able to hear me. Can you not hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No. Hello? Nope. Nope.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Ask our
members. I can read your lips. You said I can hear you fine.
Yep. Okay. You just keep going.
Okay. Well, Heather will be back when we can hear her. Don't know what's going on with her mic. But, okay, everybody up and running, working. I think I'm going to take this moment to, hey, if I do this, can you still hear me or can you still see me, Heather, if I change? Let me see if I can do this. I need to be able to see both of you. So, all right. Okay, I am going, this is automatically recorded. Yes. Okay, well, I can't hear you. So I'm going to film the workshop. Okay. And then when people come in, they can come in and ask questions and we'll hit them after I've hit these. You good with that? I needed this if you're good with that. Okay. Hello, my name is Rebecca Stromsdorfer. I am a homeschool mom of over 20 years now to 5 children. Our oldest is in her 20s and is a new mama, and our youngest is 11 years old. I have been homeschooling for so long and tried all kinds of things. I have been burnt out. I think burnout is the number one issue that we have had over homeschooling. Over the whole time of homeschooling, burnout has been our biggest issue over and over again because it seems to go in waves. So today's topic in this workshop and in this live today is 3 things you can do to help yourself through homeschool burnout. That's what I want to talk to you about today. 3 things that we have used in our household, things that we use over and over again, because burnout is not a solve it once problem. It's an issue that comes up every 6 months or so, and you've got to get through it again. So let's talk about homeschool burnout. Number 1, the first thing you need to do when you start to feel burnout, and you know you're getting burned out when your kids are driving you crazy and you're starting to feel like the walls are closing in on you. You know you're burnt out when your children are fighting your curriculum. You know you're being burned out when you are laying in bed in the morning and you really don't want the day to start. Okay. These are signs that you have homeschool burnout. So I want to help you with that. So number 1, give the kids and yourself some grace. Not every day is going to be perfect, and you don't have to follow the exact schedule. Sometimes you really just need to take the week off. We find that every 4 to 5 weeks, taking a full week off is amazing. Now, if you'll notice, that actually goes along with a menstrual cycle. So we've discovered that my menstrual cycle, that week before my period, is usually the week where my kids get on my nerves, I'm burnt out, and I don't want anything to do with anyone, really. So we have learned to plan that week to be a movie week, an off week, have something that the kids can do on their own as much as possible in that week. Number 2, switch up your lesson plans. I find that whatever I create in September with this gusto of we're going to accomplish by January is old, boring, and we hate it. So in January, we switch up curriculums. We switch up plans. What works, we keep. What doesn't work, we get rid of, and we keep that swapped out. Remember, your children are growing and changing and learning, and every 6 months, every half year, your kids need a new challenge. You need a new challenge. It's okay to switch it up. Inside my homeschool village, we actually have it set up so that you can be switching up curriculums, ideas, plans without having to buy more curriculum. Right. People will always say, well, that's great, but I spent $2,000 on curriculum and now you want me to switch it up in 6 months. No, I want you to buy the right curriculum in the first place that has tons of options for you so that you can move around inside that program without having to buy a bunch of curriculums. I hope that makes sense. Number 3, I have found that rewarding my children and having them choose those rewards has been a life changer. So right now, I just want to say I would like to apologize to all moms who have one child. Yeah, I am actually, my youngest child now doesn't have his older siblings like the others did to play with each other when the day was done. And I've had to find different motivators for him. And one of those motivators we actually created here inside my homeschool village, which is we call the Virtual Village Kids. And Virtual Village Kids is where our children are now meeting up. There's books clubs. My 11-year-old boy, who I fought to get his homework done and he was burning me out, I was like, forget it. I'm putting him in public school. At least maybe he'll work for them. Then we created the Virtual Village, and now he gets up first thing in the morning, gets all of his work done as fast as he can. He has his own checklist. He runs to me, Mom, what's my job today? Gets it done and gets on Minecraft education with other kids inside my homeschool village. And they've become the best of buddies. And for a couple hours, because he's earned his time, they sit there and I hear him just chatting away at each other and building and working together. So you have to find that reward. What is the reward that will motivate your child? Is it social time? I had one child who just wanted to be left alone to read a book. So we used that for her. Every child is different, but we have found that the Virtual Village Kids, actually, we created to help moms find a new motivator for their children, have social life, have a team to build with. Having that has helped us with burnout when I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. My son will keep going on his own because he knows that if he doesn't get his work done, no playtime in the afternoon with his buddies. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just catching up on where my thoughts are in this. So the other thing that we're loving about Virtual Village Kids is it's been giving me a break. So with my first 3 children, it was get your stuff done and then you could have playtime, free time. And the older 3 would just play together and have fun. Then as they've left the house, I have the younger 2 and sometimes they'll play together, or they want me time. Well, a lot of times I'm not up to me time in the afternoon. I'm tired. We've had a full day. And so this has allowed them to find time with other kids that I don't have to drive them back and forth to, but I'm still getting a break for an hour or 2 where I can get other things done, cook dinner, work on a business, whatever. So let's see. Sorry, just catching up to. Okay, so if you are looking to, if you're not currently inside the Virtual Village Kids, we do have it for you right now. It is free in January. If you want to try it out, we only have 2 weeks left, guys, maybe 2.5 weeks left, where you can go in, sign up your kids, give it a try, see if you like it. In February, we'll send you an email. If you want it, you can sign up. It'll be $25 a month after that. And that's for the whole family. It's not per kid. We're here to help you get all your kids entertained in the afternoon. We'll do it for you. Book clubs. We have an art club starting this week. We have so many activities in there that we will entertain your children for you in an educational way with homeschool moms watching. And you can come in and hang out with us too, which would be so fun. So sign up. We'll give you a link in the bio and you can get that now. As a bonus, what we're sending out right now is I have created the menstrual cycle schedule. So I have 2 versions of it. One version is just very general. And what it shows is the week after your period, like when you start to feel alive again and the world is open and you can do anything and you feel like thin and pretty and all these things that we get as women, that's when you hit certain things, right? That's when I've actually got it all on a PDF for you on week 2, what you do on week 3, when your energy is starting to get lower and you're getting a little grumpier, how you can continue homeschooling your children. And on the week, may or may not be for you, what to do when you are down. When you're down and out, you're cramping, you're hurting, every male voice drives you crazy. I have a list of things that we do there. And I have two versions. One version is very basic on suggestions, and the other version is how to use the Homeschool Pro specifically to your menstrual cycle. So I've got both versions. So if you're inside the virtual village, or if you're inside Homeschool Pro and My Homeschool Village, you know exactly what to apply. And if you are not inside My Homeschool Village, you can at least apply what you've got going on. So you can go in and get that free PDF. We'll put that link below as well, so you can have that. That will be released later on today. I haven't quite finished it yet. Okay. Questions. Does anybody have questions as they're in here? I'm just making sure I skipped some things in here, Heather, but how I see Ashley in here, and Megan and Amanda and Ellen and Gerardo and Priscilla. Welcome. How I'm guessing that might be somebody's husband's name, or tell me. You don't have to put your faces on here, but how can I help today? I have to say, I am starting to focus more and more and more on the menstrual cycle, which is funny because I think I've always used it subconsciously. And it wasn't until I was talking to another mom that it like hit me. And as I'm dealing with another teenage girl, I'm learning that I need to work around her schedule as well. Because if I'm trying to push her on a week where she hates everybody, it's the same way I feel. You push me on a week, I'm not in the mood. It's not going to work. And I'm starting to realize that. And I'm teaching my sons how mine and my daughter's cycle affects their lives, because it does. And so we've opened up this communication with the men in our family. And it all started, I have to tell you, it all started with an app. My husband and I were discussing one day how he couldn't figure out my ups and downs. And I was like, what do you mean my ups and downs? Every woman in the world has these ups and downs. Why don't you get this? And so we decided to find him an app for husbands. It wasn't for me. It was an app for husbands to track their wives' menstrual cycle. And he gets this app, and I would share it with you to buy it, but they don't do it anymore. So he downloaded everything, and then it turns out that they said it wasn't affordable for them to sell. They got rid of it. We haven't found its equal. So I have reached out to the woman who wrote it. She is giving me permission to use it, or at least the information on it, for our program. So it will be getting converted soon, but it's literally day by day. Like I would just be tired and teary or something. And he would go, hold on, let me check the app. And he'd look at it. He goes, did you know that today your progesterone is doing this? And anyway, and he would explain to me how I was feeling and why, and then it was okay. And it helped both of us get on the same page with my emotions, but then it helped me get on the same page with schooling the kids. Oh, I'm exhausted today, and it's actually a natural thing. What can we do in homeschooling that goes along with my exhaustion? And it's been a game changer for a marriage, for a family. It's relieved a lot of the stress in the house of, instead of going with mom's moods, we all understand that it's actually a planned out cycle, and we can work with that. What is the difference with book club? Is it age-wise or all ages? Because I see it's different books. Yes, we actually have got it divided by not necessarily just age, but more like group ages. Now, this month we're all doing the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because that's just all ages, right? But they have it split up. They're doing, is it 3rd through 5th grade, and then junior high to high school. But then the little learners are the first or pre-KK, and they're not really doing book club. They do have their own activities. So it is divided, and it should be in the calendar if you haven't seen it yet. The unit studies are, okay, what are you asking? What is the difference in the book club? Sorry, what about the unit studies?
Can you hear me yet?
I can't hear you, Heather.
Okay, well, Instagram says they can hear me. So
anybody hear Heather? No. Okay.
So give me just,
they can hear you. Go ahead then.
Okay. So the book club is usually elementary is broken up into early elementary, which is like 2nd grade through 3rd grade, 2nd and 3rd grade, and then middle elementary is like 3rd grade to 5th grade. And we're doing that all the Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe right now. And so the unit studies are split up into those sections. So you'll have stuff that your first through third grade can work on, and then stuff that your third through fifth grade, and then it goes into a middle school unit study and then a high school unit study, and it's broken. It's all the same stuff, but it just gets deeper and deeper as you get older. So so I'm going to give it back to Becky, and
guess what? I know.
Okay.
I had to unmute my computer.
Oh, so you can hear. Okay. Well, you always mute me, but it's okay. Anyway.
Yeah, but that's intentional. Yeah.
So anyway, I was just explaining how it's broken up. And by the way, Becky, I don't know if this is actually recording, so this is good practice. I think we were in such a hurry that I don't know that I hit record and it's too late now. But it is live everywhere. But anyway, go ahead and ask your questions. I can pop them up like this question here, and I can put things in for Becky to read. And so just go ahead and keep asking your questions, popping them in here, and then she can answer them for you. She can read them as well. She does know how to read, but it's just easier if I help her while she's talking. So any other questions about unit studies or the book clubs, let me know, or let Becky know, and I can help answer those.
Thank you, Heather, for Lori. Hi, welcome. Sorry, I can't see everybody as well on this program as I can on some others. So my son is home safe. Okay. Hi, Destiny. Welcome. I would love that kind of app. Track my wife's cycle to know where emotions are coming from. I've been waiting to do different foods in an app. Like that would be divine. Wife feels a certain. I look at the app and know exactly what to cook to boost feelings of body. Yeah. And I would, like I said, I would totally offer it to you, but I don't have it yet. So what we're working on is taking her information, if I could get her to just work with us. So that's something that's in the works, but you're welcome. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's other apps out there. I haven't really looked because he downloaded everything when he got it. So he still uses it and looks at it. I mean, just yesterday, I could not get off the couch. I was so tired. And I just was like, I need another nap today. And he says, hold on, let me check the app. And sure enough, it says you are low energy today because, and this is the day you don't want to talk to strangers and you want to stay home. So we've actually taken this app and planned our dates around it so that in the first 2 weeks after my period, we do dates, we go out, we go play. And the second weeks, I don't want people. And it says it's quite normal. We, as women, tend to be more homebodies during the third and fourth weeks of our cycle, and voices bother us and we're not chatty. Whereas week one, we're chatty and full of ideas and full of energy. And then we kind of slow down over that cycle. And I think it's so important that we as women understand our cycle, make a way for us to communicate it with our spouses and our children. And we teach our daughters to work around it. My daughter, just the other day, I have a daughter in Peru who is being a missionary down there. And it's a tough job. It really is. And she called and she was struggling. And it's funny, I've started to learn to ask, where are you on your menstrual cycle? Like, that's my new first question. Not like my parents did, where it was like, well, you're just on your period, right? That kind of comment was so nerve-wracking as a kid. But where are you on your cycle? And she says, well, I started today. I said, okay, first of all, let's take that into consideration. Okay. This is how we get our children to notice their emotions versus their reactions to the world and the difficulties in their life. And so it's been important for us to go, hold up. Okay. Remember what the day is. Okay. So if you're in this emotional state, know that everything you're looking at looks worse, maybe a little extra sleep, and we have tools for that. So any other tips on not getting burned out? How to use Village Kids? How does it go with education? Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. It pops up twice and I have to make sure that I got it right. Okay. Any other tips? Oh, tons. Okay. Tips on burnout. Number one, make sure you're taking a break, whether it's a day off or an entire week off every 4 to 6 weeks. This is actually something I learned when I was weightlifting. They said that every 6th week, marathon runners, weightlifters, major athletes will take every 6th week off, no exercise. And what they found is they get a week of healing. And when they come back, they can lift heavier, they can run faster, harder. And so that week is vital for healing. And I noticed that when I apply that to my homeschooling life, it gives our brains a break as well. So every 5 to 6 weeks, take a week off. You have to do that. Use Virtual Village Kids, you guys. Use it. It's there to give you a break. It's there to allow your children to have healthy, safe, educational entertainment, and you can take a nap. If your kids are on Minecraft Education, hanging out with the other kids, know that there are other moms watching and listening. Go take your nap. We are literally babysitting your kids for you guys. So make sure you're using Virtual Village Kids. What do you have for art? Multiple things in art. One of the thing. Oh, sorry. Woo. Okay. What do we have for art? One of my favorite thing we have for art is, well, number one, inside Virtual Village, we have a new art club for kids. And we have a teacher in there. It's Heather's daughter, who is actually just finishing up her teaching degree. And she's doing an art class in there where the kids are actually working on things and sharing with each other. We also have creativebug.com. We have partnered with them. They are part of Homeschool Pro. And it's actually Joanne's, but it's like the YouTube of art. And their classes, courses on everything from sewing, painting, drawing, herbal tea making, Christmas ornaments, baking. It's got all of that in there. And so if you're looking for projects for your kids, that's where we say go there. I personally like to give each of my children a certain amount of money. Say, okay, here's $20 for the month. Pick your art. Let's go to Joanne's, get your stuff, and now you can work on it. So then they're also having to learn how to use money, that kind of thing. So those are a couple of things we're using for art. Today's art lesson is up. How to use shapes. Free in January. There you go. Okay, so you can try that. Michael said that break is biblical. Guess we will have to look into that too. Yes. We're taught that you've got there's 24 hours in the day. It's 8 to work, 8 to play, and 8 to sleep. Make sure you get playtime. I have found that the burnout always sets in when we haven't been playing enough. Play is vital for our health. And Americans have been taught our whole lives that it's about work and push and ambition. And we're not taught enough that you need to also balance that with play. And so play is vital. So we get burned out more when we're not playing enough. So I don't do 5 days a week, by the way. Homeschooling 5 days a week is a really fast way to burn out. Maybe 3, sometimes 4. And usually that 4th is more like, let's go out and learn, not stay home and learn. So don't be doing 5 days a week, you guys. Don't be trying to do the homeschool schedule or the public school schedule. It's about balance. It's about if we're tired, we rest. If we're overworked, we stop working and we play. It's about when you're stressed, find an out for that. It's not about go, 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 go until you die, which tends to be very much an American idea. Okay. Yeah. Biblical idea I'm using her. Okay. More questions. Give me more questions. How else can we help? Burnout, other options. I do love doing self-help days. So my boys have all done the face masks with us. We've given them pedicures and manicures. I didn't realize how much I'd done it, like that I was teaching my boys that they too needed to have nice hands and nice feet and how good it feels to have a pedicure done. We do them to each other. It's not like I can afford to go out and do it. To do a face mask, to take care of themselves, their hair, their skin. And my boys are like, wow. And one day I went and treated myself to like an actual pedicure, just me. And I came home and my son said, what? You got a pedicure without me? I was like, oops. I didn't want them to think that, yeah, I can't afford that at this point in their lives. Just send the family for pedicures. Thank you. Kids moods are a great way to know. Kids moods are a great way to know when it's time to take a break. Thank you. Amen. I agree with that 100% because this is the beauty of homeschooling, you guys. If we're sitting with our children, we're spending time with them. It's important that we're reading their moods, that we're reading the vibe in the house, read the room. This is what we get to do, and we get to adjust accordingly. So my mother right now is in California as a nurse. for missionaries, 300 missionaries in California. My mother is the nurse of, and she gets all the calls. Well, they're dealing with a lot of anxiety and depression, and oh my gosh, the issues she shares with us. So she's going to be almost done here next month, but for a year and a half, she's been there, and she's been on these front lines of kids from the ages of 19 to 25, living in the world, working hard. And what she has found is these children have no idea how to handle stress. They don't know how to rest. They feel guilty because they rest or take care of themselves. When they get sick, they push through and spread disease and get sicker. When changes come, they get nervous and freak out. So these are all things that are happening with the public school children. And she's like, I don't understand. Why don't they have these skills? I'm like, Mom, because schools don't teach these skills. So as mothers homeschooling our children, we should be teaching skills like, when you're stressed, what do you do? When life gets hard, what do you do? And if we don't know, when we need to do some learning ourselves, right? Because it's not like we were necessarily taught. It's just something we're learning alongside our children, is how to deal with stress, how to deal with anxiety, all that. I did do a post today. I don't know if you've seen it. There's a post today on some of the herbs and natural supplements that we are taking in our household to deal with specifically winter blues and anxiety, depression, that kind of things. There are sometimes it really is a chemical issue, lack of vitamin D, lack of vitamin Bs, lack of iodine. Check those three. If your kids are dealing with anxiety, depression, if you're dealing with anxiety or depression, check your vitamin Bs. In other words, are you taking them at some point? Because we're not getting enough in our diet. Do you have enough vitamin D? Are you taking one? You can have all these tested by your doctor, or you can just know that you're low if you're not supplementing. Iodine, you take a little bit of iodine on your arm, rub it, and leave it. And if it disappears before 18 hours, you're low. Take some iodine. Iodine is one of the number one reasons kids are failing in school. Did you know that? I saw that study about freaked out because, man, that's an easy fix. Okay, what is Inside Village Kids? So, do we have, I don't know how to share screen. Share screen? Can I share my screen? I remember we did that once.
If you can't share, do you have a present at the bottom of your screen?
Oh, there it is.
If you have present at the bottom of your screen, then click the little down arrow underneath your live box. And you're going to want to use the third button over where it has the little icon in the bottom left. That way.
Okay, hold on. I'm actually looking for the calendar that shows it so I can share that. Otherwise, right now I have to share. Give me a second.
Which calendar are you looking for?
I got it.
Okay.
It's up. I've got the weekly one that, okay. You guys are all going to see my cute little Canva here. Hold on.
Okay, I'm going to leave. So make sure you use that button here. I'll put it up.
I got it right here.
You got it? All right. Bye.
Bye. All right. Let's share the, okay, let me share the screen, you guys. So this is our calendar. This is inside the virtual village if you're looking for it. And if it's not quite if there's more information you need, let me know. Sometimes we forget that we're not as clear as we'd like to be. So let me hide that. All right. So as you can see, we
can't really see it. No.
Can't see it.
No.
Still no, can you? Okay, I'm just going to give you just a quick overview. You can just see, if nothing else, this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at the top of the screen. Well, you can kind of see my mouse here. Saturday, Sunday, we have nothing. That's family time. But as you can see, look how many activities we have on here. Monday at 11, we have Miss Lori, pre-K through kindergarten. Monday at 1, she comes back on for the first and second graders. At 3 o'clock, we have Minecraft challenges, all grades. And then from 4 to 8, we have Minecraft Open Play. Minecraft Open Play is Monday through Friday, so they can jump on at any time. Then we have the Minecraft challenges. We have Monday only. Then we have a watch party.
Monday and Thursday.
That's what I thought. I hadn't put it on there. It looks like got to fix that. Okay. Monday and Thursday, we have the actual challenge where they actually get together and have an assignment they build together. And then open plays, they just get in there and just talk and chat and build. And it's fun to hear them changing, like, hey, you go build that, I'll go build this. And sometimes I'll hear, get out of my house and stop it. But they're always very nice about it. On Tuesdays, we have a watch party. So what they're doing is, was it this week or last week they did Happy Feet. They watched the movie together on the Zoom and then discussed the movie. And then for the rest of the week, discussed penguins and the Arctic and everything to do about that. This week, they did Ice Age, which I personally hate that movie. But what they did is they watched it. And then for the rest of the week, they discussed what is the Ice Age? What happened? And all kinds of actually educational things about Ice Age. Next week, what is their movie? Do we know? I know we have it somewhere. I just don't have it in front of me.
I know, but I don't have the calendar pulled up. It's a different calendar.
Okay. So then we have Tuesday Little Learners, pre-K through second grade at 2:00 and Thursday at 2:00. We have Wednesday book club at 3, grades 3 and up. And then that watch party, we actually call watch party / kids connection, is on Thursday where they follow up with the lessons that went with the movie. So there's something every day. The art club is Wednesday mornings at 11:00. Anyway, so that's what's going on now. We are constantly adding. We have some teens talking about a possible book writing club using Chat GPT. We want to teach them how to use chat or AI to write a book and to what's it called? Do the pictures for the book.
Illustrate.
Yep, illustrate the book to use. So that's something that's in the works right now, is a possible illustration / book club where they can be writing and sharing and that kind of thing. Yeah, we feel the sickness in our house now. There are days more than less where the kids just don't feel very good to sit still long enough to do any kind of work. Yep. So sometimes I just let them do the online learning games, Minecraft, education, or watch a YouTube movie with an educational topic and titles, so they can still get their learning in even when they don't feel good or burn out on paperwork. Amen. That's the beauty of homeschooling, guys. And that's exactly what we should be doing. So for any of you feeling guilty about that, please know, no guilt. Guilt-free. This is a guilt-free zone. We are homeschool moms. We don't need to be guilted into anything. That made me think of something. Oh, the other day, so my 11-year-old has not loved reading. Okay, my boys. I don't know if you guys have issues with boys and reading. Maybe you don't. My girls have all loved reading. My boys, not so much. Well, the other day, has any of you played Horizon? It's a board game, not Horizon, the video game. The board game. There's a board game called Horizon. My husband sets up every Sunday with my 11-year-old. They put it on the table and it's like all these like cards, real life games. All my boys love these games. How many of your kids are playing these like board game real lifers? So my family's obsessed. They do it with their uncles, their aunts, their cousins. But what I discovered the other day, I was watching my 11-year-old and he's setting up the game. And now he wants to set it up himself. And I'm watching him read these cards. Like these cards have like writing, teeny writing. And he has to read every single card to make the game work. And I thought, why didn't we put that in sooner? But it's really improved his reading. So, it's not, if you're having a child struggling with reading, try some of these board real life games. It's forcing reading. They have to read to play. And what I discovered is my children don't fall in love with reading. They fall in love with books, but they fall in love with games. But they fall in love with something that requires reading, but they don't fall in love with the reading itself. So so that was just one thing. I was like, Sunday, I was like, wow, look at him reading. I think they've been playing for months now. It just finally dawned on me that his reading has gotten really good since he's been playing this game with dad. So he's getting dad time. I'll get a break. And he's getting his reading time in, and it's been a really cute bonding thing they're doing on Sundays. So the one they love right now is Horizon. I know my older son, my 17-year-old, will play games with his dad, but Horizon I think is too young for him now. And they have you should see, I have a whole wall of games. I don't even know what any of them are. They have fun, and I just trust that they're happy with it. But I don't have to play. Okay. More questions. How else can we help you guys today? Lori, do you want to pop on here for a sec? I don't know. Can we do that? and tell us how the pre-K and kindergartners are doing.
Sure.
And what's in the works.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, I just kind of divided it into 2 classes because we have basically non-readers where we're still doing reviewing of letters, sounds, colors, shapes, but we always have fun. We're singing songs. I usually read a story, and then we have some kind of a hands-on activity. And then later in the afternoon at 1 o'clock, we do the older kids where we're actually sounding out words, talking about blends, math problems. We moved from addition to subtraction now. So like moving up in the world. But yeah, they have fun. They participate, and it's all voluntarily. Sometimes I'll ask, do you want to count with me? Do you want to do a math problem? Some say, no, or they'll turn off their camera. That's perfectly fine. So they can learn even by watching. They don't, I don't force them to participate, but there's always options. They like to chit chat with each other too.
Oh, that's cute.
Yep.
I am hearing nothing but amazing things about how the moms are loving this program. The kids are so happy that they have little ones that can't wait to be with Miss Lori, that they have to be home at certain times to make sure they're making it. So thank you. Thank you.
And I will say they want their own screen. So if you have 2 siblings that are close in age, send one at 11 and one at 1, so that's their time that they can talk, and they don't want their brother or sister butting in. So
cute. I love this. And I just want to say you're also teaching these kids how to have a relationship online. This is where the future is, right? Like we learned from COVID that you've got to the world keeps moving, even if other things shut down, and business now is done internationally online. And so they're learning to have a relationship with people. I think it'll do nothing but benefit them in the future.
Right. And it's a safe space, right?
Yeah.
And we learn to take turns learn to listen.
I love it. Thank you. Are there any questions for Lori while she's here? Anyone? Give it a minute here. Oh my goodness, I finally found the chat.
That's good. Yeah, audiobooks are a great idea too.
Love audiobooks. Do you have any that you recommend for that age right now?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
We used to listen to Mrs. Piggle-Wiggle on cassette tapes. I'm like telling my age. We still have a tape recorder player. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's something. The books reading. My husband loves reading out loud to our kids. So his second language is English. When we got married, he didn't speak much English. And so he would read out loud to practice his English. And then he started reading to the kids to get better at it. And then the kids fell in love with his voice. And even still to this night, it's been 20 years. When Dad reads out loud, the kids gather with his heavy Latino accent. They love it. And he has been reading The Ranger's Apprentice with our 11-year-old for the last year, every night a chapter in bed. And the other night, my husband was like, "Hey, I'm too tired." He put the book down, went to bed. My 11-year-old stayed up until midnight reading 3 more chapters. He'd never read a chapter book ever. He wouldn't touch anything but Dogman. And all of a sudden he was like, "I can't leave this alone." And he sat and started reading chapter books. And that's how all our kids have made the transition. Is Dad would just get to a point where he's like, "I'm tired." And he'd put the book down, go to bed. And the kids were like, "You can't."
That's sometimes what it takes, just to whet their appetite. They won't pick up the book, but if you start reading and say, "Oh, that's it," and they want to know how it ends.
Isn't that fun?
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, we have Mrs. Piggle Wiggle unit study, FYI. Heather, is there anything you don't have? Wow.
I have it all.
Heather has it all. Did you make it?
That's funny.
I did. I made it. That's how I taught my kids. Because what we have was not available when I was homeschooling. So, yeah, I had to make everything.
And is it available inside the village?
It is in the 3rd grade reading assignment, yes. But I can put it in a unit study section. But yes, we've got it.
Okay. See, guys, when in doubt, ask Heather. She has it and has probably already put it in there. Ellen says her daughter loves aggravation, which is like sorry, but with dice and a lot of counting. And I love mystery board games and read those to her too. Oh, that's fun. Aggravation was the only game my grandparents would play with us, and they would play for hours and hours. And so all 50 of my cousins, we all know aggravation. And before my grandfather died, he made sure every family had a homemade board of aggravation.
My
from him.
grandfather actually made a board like that. He had, riveted out the holes like it, but they didn't have a name. He called it Don't Get Mad. And then I grew up and found the game Aggravation. I'm like, wait a minute, you copied.
We called it aggravation, but I got to tell you, my grandma was the sweetest woman in the world until you played aggravation with her. And she would take you down, even if you were 2 years old in tears.
Revenge.
Oh my gosh, I got to bring that up. I don't even know if I've played that with my kids. Ellen, thank you for bringing that up, because I just realized I need to get that out for my kids.
And even the younger kids can play Candyland. They're just looking for colors, and Chutes and Ladders is another one, teaching them to count.
Oh yeah, love it. I think games are the best way to do most teaching. And so I was in a homeschool conference once, and I loved this woman. She said, so when you have a child who's struggling reading, oh, sorry, I'm coming. Facebook user. It just threw me off. Take it. You use manipulatives. So when, like in math, a child struggles understanding the numbers and stuff, you use manipulatives, right? Well, reading has manipulatives as well. If your child's struggling with reading, you play games that require things. So my brother just taught us a game. He says, we use Scrabble, but we call it fake words. You cannot use a real word in Scrabble. It has to follow English language rules, and you have to be able to create a definition for it. So they create their own words. It has to go. And he says the things that they create, and they're laughing and giggling. And yeah, they may not be learning actual words, but the point is they're still learning that English language. And anyway, funnest thing. So, okay, some food for thought. Live cooking experiences or classes with homework, etc., or independent living classes showing these kids how to be more independent as a young child to an adult. Child development classes can help older kids get more in tune with health of their bodies and life after high school, among other things needed in life. I took all these classes in high school, and all of them helped me be a better person, less dependent on people, and plan a future for me and my children. Love this. Thank you. Have you seen, so that did you know that we actually have a lot of this inside the Homeschool Pro? We are working on a cooking class for our virtual village, so our kids can do a little cooking class. I don't know about you guys, but you watch all these fun cooking, and then you're like, I want to eat it after British Baking Show. Who isn't it like I watch it now, I'm hungry, and now I want to eat that. I think it's made me fat. So because then I'm like, I just need ice cream to make it up. But so we'll do a cooking class where they can actually then make alongside, test it with each other. That'll be fun. But we also have inside the Homeschool Pro, guys, go to electives. Inside the electives is the homesteading area. We have had a homestead, chickens, animals, store water, all that kind of stuff. We have how to can. We have herbal remedies, like things that you can use as herbs instead of medications. And how to grow herbs and how to can them, that kind of thing. We have emergency preparedness. There's an entire course in there, you guys, that my neighbor lives. I can point. He lives 4 houses down. He literally travels the world teaching people how to live off the land with nothing but a knife in their pocket. And all of his information is in there. He just gifted it to us because he wants more people to have it. And it's everything from getting your 3-day emergency pack, a 72-hour kit, to your what to do in the first 24 hours of a major disaster. It has everything to how to live off the land, how to stay warm in a winter, all that kind of stuff. All inside Homeschool Pro as part of our electives. So we are big on getting our kids independent. Like, your children should be independent. If my neighborhood ever has a severe, I don't know, God forbid, a tornado or something, and it levels things, my children will not be in a panic. My children, I'm hoping, will look around and go, I know what to do. And I'm going to be a helper, not a hinderer. I'm not going to be someone who needs saved. I'm going to be someone who is helping saving. That's who I want my kids to be. And so that's why we've got that whole program inside the electives, is so that you too can have that confidence. Your children can know what to do. My 20-year-old was at college and a couple of years ago, and she called me laughing because the entire city had lost electricity. She said, Mom, listen to this. And kids were running through the halls screaming and crying in panic because the lights went out and nobody knew how to feed themselves. And they said, well, we'll just go to McDonald's. Well, guess what? McDonald's didn't have electricity either. So what did my daughter do? She went around, found a barbecue and started making dinner for people. And they were like, how do you know what to do when the lights go out? And she's like, well, my mom would do this with us all the time. What's your deal? And she was laughing. She's like, Mom, the panic that people have because they're not prepared. And she was like, Mom, thank you for preparing me for this. It was one of those moments. So if you are looking for getting those together, make sure you've checked out those electives. Our cooking class will be challenges. I think I might get Michael Jr. to run it. You know, it'll be fun. That'll be fun with some challenges. That'll be cool. There's a huge Minecraft audiobook series, Steve 9000 or something. Who's reading that? Alan says her favorite game to play with grandparents along with checkers. Grandpa always won. The only time my grandpa wouldn't let us win. Aggravation. Oh, Heather, you got that fixed. Okay. Didn't mean to spring it on you. Okay. Got it. Lori, you didn't want to stay? Too much pressure? I get it. Not a problem. Okay. More questions. Are there any more questions for us? We need to do a drawing. Now the drawing is for those here inside the virtual, or I always call everything virtual village now, inside, that I can see, not necessarily your faces, but I can at least see you're in here with us because you are part of Homeschool Village Pro. So we need to do a drawing. I've got another one of these. Let's see. Do you want I always forget to pre-plan the drawing. What's something, give me in the chat, guys. In the chat, what is something you'd like to see me give away? Ashley, see, there's so many great things to do in the village. How would you balance it all if you want to do it all? Actually, so I'm glad you asked, because that is part of the menstrual cycle, believe it or not. So that will all be going into your inboxes, so look for it. But I actually put it together how I use it. So let me pull it up real quick. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I'll be able to at least, I don't know, am I still sharing? Or did we pull this off?
It's pulled off for right now. What are you trying to get to?
I worked on it yesterday. Hold on, it's right here. So I took the menstrual cycle. At first, it was just a general, like the menstrual cycle schedule. I'll say that 3 times fast. And what I did originally was look in week 1, it's very brief because I left it open for those who use different programs. But if you're using my Homeschool Villages program, I actually wrote out the schedule and you'll see that. So let me see if I can show it to you. Extra cam of it. Oops. What'd I do? Okay. Can you see it? This blue? Yeah. So this is, I'll go in and just as an example, show you this. So I'm going to focus in here, see if you can see that a little better. Ooh. Okay. So for example, week 1, first week after your period, you feel alive, energetic, and ready to take on the world. This is the new time to learn new things. So this is when I go into Virtual Village, and this is a great week for unit studies. I like unit studies for my first week because I find that when I've opened up one of those lessons, it actually makes me more curious to learn more. And then my kids and I will deep dive even further in. And that usually only comes when I am feeling a little more on top of things. So that's why I like unit studies in the first week. I also like the homesteading, the herbal remedies, the life skills. I feel like those take sometimes more prep. To go outside with my kids and knives or build fires takes a little more energy on my part. And so that's why that is in there in the first week. I like the history. I think history is, it depends. History, when I want to do like an activity with it, I do in the first week. History, when I want to read a book and leave it alone or have them watch a movie, I do in the last week. But the US history that Heather has created and put inside the village is one of my favorites for the first week. And then this is when I use like a lot of the free printables because I'm in the mood to like give them a little more. And so I'll go into the printables, find something that supports whatever we're talking about and give them more work. Week 2 is, we're still doing good. We're still in the mood. So now we'll use Creative Bug because I feel like going to Joann's and getting what they need to be able to do their art crafts or take the house apart to find the stuff they need. This is a great time to do memorization, times tables, anything new in math. This is a great time to do it when they need my help more. This is when I use a lot of, I like the science experiments. I like Generation Genius here when I want to follow up and go through the lessons underneath. But know that on week 4, I also use Generation Genius when I don't want to do the lessons. I just want them to learn something. So I use it in week 2 and let's follow all the way through the lesson. And week 4, when I'm like, can you just watch some videos and let mom sleep? Week 3 is a good time to use, you're getting more tired now. So this is when I really like them to focus on typec.com, study.com, starfall.com. The stuff that's pre-done for them, the stuff they can do on their own. They can go in, they can get their stuff done, they're done. I really just need to kind of look over, make sure it got done. And I'm on my own. This is independent time. I like week 3 is my backup for mom sick. Week 3 is my backup for, I've just had surgery, but you guys got to keep going. So week 3 is the independent learning. Now, I don't want to use week 3 every single week because I start to remove myself as a parent. Not good. So week 1 and 2 is like, mom's on. It's us. This is bonding time. I am here for you. Week 3 is like, ugh. And week 4 is, shh, mommy's not home. So week 4, during the most difficult times, specifically when it's more pain than usual, is when we do, I use Living Scriptures. That's not in Virtual Village yet or inside my homeschool village yet, hoping to get there. But I love Living Scripture because I can just say you can watch whatever you want on there. They get their science, they get their history, they get religion, they get morals and values, and they've got Liberty's Kids in there. They've got
Tuttle Twins.
Tuttle Twins, thank you. The new cartoons of Tuttle Twins are in there. They've got so many great programs in there. And then Netflix has some great educational movies. You do have to be careful. You do have to babysit a little further. So I don't put them on Netflix unless I'm going to be laying next to them. So if I'm laying in bed and they want to have a movie day, and we'll either use Living Scripture or we go to Netflix, type in educational movies, and then I pick what they're going to watch. So, because you can get like History Channel stuff and science, so you can get a little bit more adult that you might enjoy. And then week 4, we pop lots of popcorn. Just so you know, lots of popcorn. I buy popcorn by the 25-pound bag because we go through so much and it's a cheap treat. So we do popcorn bar. What don't we do with popcorn? We have tried it in every flavor and form. Does that help, Ashley? Does that help explain a little bit how we use it? You guys will get this printout in your emails. You'll have this. This one right here is the basic for you to kind of fill in. It's more of an idea. And then the second one is actually what I do and how I apply it. If using the Village Kids, all of the activities can correlate with core subjects. Yes. Yeah. If you're using, honestly, we have so much in there. You could give each one of your children a completely different program and still not touch all of Virtual Village. Don't feel like you have to have Virtual Village. I keep saying it. All of the Homeschool Pro. You don't feel like you have to use it all. That's not the point. The whole point of Homeschool Village is that You can pick and choose. We provide the buffet. You decide what you're going to eat. Okay. That's the whole point. We are not here to hold you to a standard, to require anything of you, to make sure that you're meeting any goals. That's yours to do. You're the mom. You know what your kids need. We're just here to give you as many resources as we possibly can for as a low price as we can possibly do, so that you aren't spending hundreds of dollars and thousands of hours trying to find all this for your kids. Okay. So yeah. Oh, hi, Christine. Everybody's sick. I'm so sorry. Let's see. You can also use activities as part of English, history, science on Generation Genius, Starfall, Type C keyboarding. Yes, thank you. Those of us from a classroom background have to start realizing learning comes in all forms. You know, Lori, I agree. And you know what? I came from a classroom background. I was public schooled. And I think the hardest part about homeschooling is deschooling myself, deprogramming myself. That's the hardest part, I think. How much is it and where do I find it? So the virtual village, which is all of your activities, it's a community for mom, it's a community for kids. All your activity is $25 a month. We'll put that link we'll put that link. Where are we putting that link, Heather? Can you get that to them? And then the Homeschool Pro, which includes all of these other programs I just mentioned, is $97 a month. And that's your whole family. Okay. That's not per child. That's your entire family. If you pay for it if you pay for the whole year up front, we send you a free Chromebook. So the link is in the bio. Yeah. In Facebook, is it bio? Or you can go to please put those in there. We're having URL issues, myhomeschoolvillage.com, and scroll to the bottom and all the courses are there and you can see those. Okay. Christine, don't worry about no camera. It's okay. The sickness of this era right now. Yeah. Virtual Village is free until the end of January. So it's $25 a month in February and on. This month is totally free. Get in there, try it. Let your kids, it's nice to let your kids really find out if they like it before you start to put the money in. Though it is a cancel anytime. So even if you don't start till February or you pay for February and they stop using it, you can cancel. It's okay. Only pay while you're using it. We're not, we want this to work for your kids. We want this to work for you. And we're always looking for more ideas. If you have suggestions on how we can make the program better, we are all ears. We're here to make this work for us as homeschool moms, for our children. We understand that online has its challenges, but we also understand that live has its challenges. You know what the best part about virtual villages? We can have our kids all together and I don't have to clean up a house that's been torn apart by children after. Is anybody else thrilled with that? You know how many co-ops I have hosted and ran where I had to clean the house before they showed up, clean the house after they left, and then started counting all the broken toys and who knows what else got ruined, not to mention all the food in my food closet that would disappear. It's just so much better. I'm like, I'm not driving. I'm not sitting waiting to pick them up. Literally your child hops on, does their stuff, hops off. I don't know how to make it easier for you guys. This is the dream co-op. Literally, like Virtual Village Kids it's a co-op. It's an online co-op, and it's the dream co-op for all of us to give us the least amount of work but the most bang for our buck, right? So yeah, I'm glad you're liking it, Christine. How long per day should they be on this? If you're talking about Virtual Village Kids, it's really up to you as a family. Now, I have mixed feelings. Some days I think my son is playing too much. So I will get on it, but then he'll say, but mom, I got my homework job. I got my homework and job's done. I did this. He'll give me a list. I'm like, oh, he really did earn it. So it's up to you. They can spend a lot of time on there. Now, remember, they are working together with other teams. They are no driving, no extra cleaning, simply show up. Yeah. Right. So, sorry, I got that. You just gave me an idea, Lori. And now I have to know what to do with it. I just got to, did you stop sharing? Let's stop that screen. Sorry, I have to add, I gotta write this somewhere real fast. Okay. Written, I hope. No. Okay. So, so it's not just play. Now, I will have my son stay on as long as there's a large number of kids on there so that he's getting to know more kids as long as everybody's working. There are days I can hear the kids getting a little feisty and I'll be like, okay, I think we're done today. And maybe we need to get off and go do something else. I play it day by day. If it's a day where it's a cold outside and everybody's busy and he's got nothing else to do but be alone, or, and everything's done, then I'll let him stay a little longer. And if he's got stuff that needs done, I pull him off. Like, you get an hour today because we've got a lot going on. So it just depends. I take it day by day. So don't think of it as, it's not like he has full reign. We have lives to lead too, right? I've even heard him say sometimes one of the kids will get on and be like, oh, shoot, I didn't get my homework done. And one of the other kids will go, dude, go get your homework done quick so we can play. And you'll hear them wrestling around. It's fun. And it's not just play. It's book club. It's art club. It's learning activities. It's all the stuff that they would get if they went to school, but don't. It's the things about school we miss. It's not, it's the activities that they were getting in school they can't get at home alone. Go ahead.
So just saying that question was from Instagram, and just like the book club, they listen to the book and goes over the unit study questions with them. And then when they have their learning activities, like I think this week was like the penguins, she has there's like two different learning levels. So she might talk about penguins for the younger kids, and then for the older kids, she'll go in deeper, like what is the habitation? What do they do? What do they eat? Like, it's deeper. So the activities isn't just Minecraft and play. That is what they do the most of. But Anne is actually going to get on and do a little tutorial on the Minecraft education part of it, because it's the challenges go into some math and history and science and all kinds of things, like building a windmill and how solar power works. So it's not just playtime. It's actually an educational lesson that goes along with the challenges. So anyway, just popping in to say that real quick.
How much easier can we make it? Thank you, Heather. So Priscilla says, before meeting ends, I want to thank all the women behind this. My kids have loved being here since day one. They enjoyed it, and we're definitely trying to use everything you guys provide. Priscilla, thank you for that. I very much appreciate that. So much so that I'm going to, there we go. Okay. Take that. That was good. Thank you. I like the big water jug. Where did you get it? Amy, Amazon. Do you want to see? This is my sticker. I can do all things through Christ. My sister has a label or a sticker company on Etsy called Cute Custom Stickers, and she made that and gave all my stickers are hers, because that looks like my dog and that looks like my grandbaby. So I got this on Amazon. I love this thing, and my favorite sticker right there you can get on cutecustomstickers.com or on Etsy, Cute Custom Stickers. Christine says, Casey loves the friends he has and he can't wait to hurry up and get things done so he can get back to them quickly. It's been such a blessing for me because I can use it as leverage. Oh, me too. He now has better manners, better drive, and stamina in all things. I love the change in him to accomplish more now in a day than without Village Kids, where he sometimes feels burnout on just plain schoolwork all the time. Been a great blessing to us. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Christine. Thank you for that. That is a beautiful testimony. Are you okay? Hopefully, if you guys are okay with this, I'm taking what you're reading here and writing it down so I can use it later. Is that okay? Do I have your permission to use your testimonies of how it's working for you so that other people can see it's working for them? Thank you. We were just talking today about how playing games teaches children thinking skills, planning, and strategy. Amen. I think if more children played more games, I think they would stay more creative. I think they would keep that lie in their eye longer. I think children would be healthier if they were learning more through games. I think that's the natural way to do it anyway. But Oh, giveaway. Okay, well, I was waiting for you guys to tell me what you want me to give away. What do you want me to give away? Anything like what have you not had? Dementia? I can't help you with that, sweetheart. I'm on my own problem. I have the book. I have a journal. Let's see. I have one of those free journals from Denise Albright. I have shirts. Oh, you're right. Boobies. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have this shirt. Let me see. Let me get it here so you can see it. It is not working. There you go. It says homeschool mom. She's beauty and beast. Okay, this isn't working. Depends on how you treat her kids. You can see it? Okay. La, 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 la. It's just not. Anyway, okay. I don't know if you saw that. So I got those. Who wants one? Okay. You love it? Awesome. We keep meaning to put it up so you guys can get them, and we all get old, Christine. And we just haven't had time to put them up on the website so you can buy them. So we're hoping to get those out. But in the meantime, give us a number. Wait, Heather, do you have it? Oh, Heather did a drawing. She put all your names in a little box. Heather just drew it. Thank you. Are those that have been with MHSV for a year still getting a shirt? Haha. Yeah, these are it. Actually, so if you have been with My Homeschool Village for a year, yes, this is coming your way. We are gifting these out. Why hasn't it been done yet? Because we're running a business and families, and that's why. So those of you who've been with us for a year, yes, you are getting one. We will be sending out an email for sizes and addresses. It will probably be done in a week or two. We have Crystal is out for a couple of days, so it will get done. So our winner, Heather, I just saw that message, is Gerardo. Is that how you say it? Or Gerardo? If it was my husband, it would be Gerardo because he's Spanish. But if you are not Spanish, it would be Gerardo. So welcome. And you win. And you're a man with a woman's shirt. So what size did your wife wear? We just need your information. Gerardo, tell me, is it Gerardo? Tell me which one it is. I need to know. You get a t-shirt, and then the rest of you, me, okay, hold on, what do I say? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Email us, we'll get you that t-shirt. And then those of you who've been with us for a year, these are coming up and they're coming out to you. We will get an email to have you fill that out, probably Google Docs. So you can just get that filled in and we'll get those out to you guys. Okay. I just put it on my list of things to do. As you know, me and giveaways. I'm slow. I still have to do last week's giveaway. One day I'm going to have a personal assistant. I am. And it's going to be awesome. And then things will get done around here. Yeah, all members between January 1st, 2023 to December 1st, to December 2023. All members. Wait, what? Okay. Pro only. Okay. Yeah, Christine, you've been with us a year. Lori's been with us a year. There's quite a few of you. Ellen has been with us for a year. I can't remember the rest right now. Amanda, you've been with us for a year, haven't you? Anyway, Heather, no, you don't get a t-shirt.
No, I have a question. I have a question.
I know.
Okay. Can you please explain how Homeschool Pro works and for the family members and who all is included in your family in the Homeschool Pro? So
yeah, you want to do a tour?
Well, no, I'm saying like if I sign up for the Homeschool Pro, who can I add as my family member?
Okay. So when you sign up for Homeschool Pro, it's $97 a month. Your family member are your children that you are guardian. Either you have adopted, you are living in your home as a guardian, or you have given birth to. Cousins, neighbors or someone you co-op, they are considered a separate family. Now, as long as we keep it this way, we can keep it at the $97 a month per family. If we start having families that are like, oh, and then my neighbor, and then my neighbor, and then my neighbor, then we have to start going to a charge per person. And we really don't want to do that. We want to keep this as low price as possible. And so they must be your children that are living with you under your roof, right? Like Christine is a grandma and she's homeschooling her grandkids. And so they the grandkids that are living with her fall under that, is how that works. Now, are we like going in and checking? No, we really do believe in the honesty, and you know what? Karma. Is karma a Christian principle? We do believe.
Wait, I do check. Sorry. I check. So I check. Yeah.
Okay. Checks.
Well, only because we have to pay for, especially the pro, and if they're using study.com or the Starfall, we pay for every login that logs in. And so when we get a bill that's higher than our last bill and it doesn't match up with our member numbers, then that flags, oh, wait, I need to check to make sure, because that's just what I do. I'm a numbers person. So sorry.
Yeah. Those numbers are vital. If we can't make them work, we can't keep open this business and help others. So yeah, that's how it works. And we will check. We have had a few people that were taking advantage of the system, and anyway, we had to work that out. So, and if you sign up for the Homeschool Pro, Virtual Village Kids is included in that. You don't pay another $25 for the Virtual Village Kids. Homeschool Pro includes Virtual Village Kids. And so, yeah, we do pay all of these programs that are part of Virtual Village or the whole Homeschool Village. We pay per child that comes in. And so it does cost us more and more and more the more kids you have, but we're not charging you more. So let's see if we can keep making this work for everybody, right? Yeah, Christine, we've already talked with you. You're good. Okay. Any other questions before we sign off? Pro does include study.com, which is great independent curriculum for 5th grade and up. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for that. I've got my kids on study.com. So we started the study.com this summer. Life has gotten easier for me since we've started using it. My 11-year-old has stopped fighting me on math. And today I heard him, his computer's next to mine. And so when he does his homework, I can watch him. And I heard him on there going, oh my gosh, Mom, did you know? And he's talking about study.com as he's going through his math. And I was like, when did the fight go away? This is awesome. I'm loving study.com. Is anybody else feeling that right now? Like, oh, the pressure. I really wish Homeschool Pro was here when I started homeschooling all 20 years ago. Like, this is literally my dream curriculum, my dream program. Where has this been all my life? That's how I feel. So is the kids club included if we have pro now? Yes. Yeah, you're in there. You should, if you go in there now, you should be able to see Virtual Village Kids and everything in there and everything you need. So if you're not using Virtual Village Kids and you have Homeschool Pro, shame on you. We're trying to make your life easier here. How much more? Yeah, so much easier to help them work independently. And yeah, there are some 3rd grade programs really well. I agree with Lori. I like the 5th grade now. But I mean, and Starfall goes to 5th grade. So there's other, there's curriculums that kind of overlap. But let's study.com. Okay. Any questions before we sign off, guys? We're about to sign off here. Let me know what you need. Heather looks like she's going to say something. I can see. No. Okay. Heather is not going to say something. Anybody else have any comments?
Oh, wait.
I knew it. I could tell.
Yes, I always do that. So we are also having, for our members, Village Club members, pro members, doesn't matter. If your kids will send us a video testimonial that we can put on the website or use whatever to share with other kids, then Becky is going to let us send out a t-shirt. We're going to send the kids a t-shirt. So I don't know if she remembered that or not.
No, I do, but did we have a design for that?
Yes, I think it's just going to be this one.
Homeschool. My kids love that shirt.
A lot of the kids, like my daughter borrows my sweatshirt all the time. And talking to Crystal's kids and Anne's kids, this is the one that they wanted.
Okay, well that's my favorite too. And actually, I just ordered myself a couple extra. Because we have the short sleeve, the long sleeve, and the sweatshirt. I saw that somebody else just ordered a couple of them, and I was like, I need more.
So we need it by, I think it's the 21st. Let me look at my calendar. No, by the 25th, next Thursday. If you can email, do you want them to email you or me? You want hello or programs?
Programs.
All right, I'm going to put it in here, but it's programs at My Homeschool Village.
And again, what they need to do?
Just send a video of your kid explaining what it is they like about Homeschool Pro or My Homeschool Village, what they've learned from it, what they enjoy about it, that type of thing.
Heather, can we create a mini questionnaire they could even just read to their kid and have them answer?
Yep.
That might be easier. I know I do better when somebody gives me a little question. Yeah, a little thing to follow.
Actually, I'm going to make it even harder for you guys by next live, the 24th.
You got a week. Little mini interview with your kid. Tell your kid if they'll do it, they get a t-shirt. A
t-shirt. And if the moms send a testimonial about what they like, then I think, Becky, you can just choose whatever you'd like to send the mom. Right? We can send them.
On me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll come to Utah and do it for you, but
well, the t-shirts I don't have here. The pink ones I do. I'm trying to think, what do we have still? I've still got a lot of dry erase maps I need to.
Right. We've got the family program. I mean, we've got stickers, we've got stuff that we can send the moms. So the moms, I'll send out an interview sheet for both of you guys, kids and the moms, but I need it by January 24th. And then, and are we still doing the mom's retreat? Are we looking into that for April?
Yes.
As well. Okay, April 18th, I believe is what we said. April 18th to the 21st. So that's coming up. And we've got, what conferences do we have coming up? And then I'll let you talk about that, and I'll leave. After that,
We're going to be in South Carolina for the, what's it called? Oh, geez, too many names. What's the name of the conference?
It's the Great Homeschool Convention.
So we are going to be at Great Homeschool Conventions in South Carolina, March 14th through 16th. We'll be doing both a workshop and we'll have a booth. So if you are anywhere near South Carolina for Great Homeschool Conventions in March, please tell us. If you are nearby and ready and have time to come, go do dinner with us or something, we would love to do that. It would be so fun. We're in Ohio, Great Homeschool Conventions, April 4th through 6th, I believe is then. And it's same thing. So I'm flying in a day early. And I would love to meet up with any of you that are nearby either of those states. We're not going to be doing a ton this year. We're going to try to hit maybe a couple more, maybe next year we'll hit more. But for now, those are the only two conferences we're going to go to, but would love to see anybody near Ohio. Is that Christine? Aren't you in Ohio? I have a retreat scheduled in April to go to Tennessee with my Believers Christian group, log cabins, campfires. Hope you all have a great time. No, Christine, I'm finally near you and you're not even going to be there. Sounds like fun though. Have fun. Have fun. All right, you guys, any other questions? We will be putting more information in 3 hours from Columbus. Okay. Any more, all the information we'll keep putting on inside the group here. So keep looking. Yes, we will be more active in here. So sorry. It has taken us a while to do the switch over. And then with the holidays, we just kind of didn't. So we're back full time. We will be back more active inside the group. We're even working on ways that you guys can make more money on My Homeschool Village by sharing the program. So that is something that we're also working on so that you can bring in money for your families. And we do all the work, you get paid. So that's what we're working on. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for showing up. I will see you guys later.